Welcome to the first ever episode of Seat Time. I think that's the name, hopefully. And
we're not taking suggestions.
All right, my name is Elvis.
Marcus.
Yes, and we're huge car guys. You have a channel. What do people know you by? What's your
Roads Untraveled.
Yes.
Would be the thing you guys probably know me from, if you know me. And if you're listening to this, I think we're going to put this on the old feed of my old podcast.
Yes.
Because there are already a bunch of subscribers there.
Yeah, so they could get bombarded with a spam of other stuff.
It's a new podcast,
It's a new podcast, yeah.
And we've shot a lot of videos together over the years.
Oh, yeah.
And you shoot video, you're into cars. I shoot video, I'm into cars. And this is our new show.
Yes, and again, like we talk about cars essentially all the time. So we are just doing what we would normally do, but on a camera, with the camera on.
And we made it into work now.
Yes, I know, work. Yes, we need those tax write-off, am I right?
Yeah, right? Monetize our automotive thoughts and opinions. Who would have thought?
I know. So now that we've established what are we even going to be talking about? Cars?
Definitely cars. Here's what and you can tell me what you think. We're doing this live, you guys. So we're going to be coming at all of our automotive discussions, talking about cars, from as weird as cringy as this sounds, an enthusiast perspective.
Yes.
I don't think we're gonna necessarily ever be talking about cargo capacity in the Nissan Leaf EV versus.
I mean, the Nissan Leaf is a pretty. It packs a punch with cargo space.
It does. It's a practical car.
No, we're not talking about that. But yes, we're going to be talking about enthusiast cars.
Enthusiast cars, and we have pretty different backgrounds as far as cars go, and we can talk about the car you're building right now. I've never built the car.
I mean, your Skyline, your R34 is. You swapped to a manual recently.
If it was a Lego set, we are on step 2 in the instructions. Where like a 3-year-old could do what we've done. But
okay. Yeah, and for building cars, I have a little more experience, but not much. Like I started building cars maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and I've only done the car that I've done is still in pieces right now. So I won't really say I've built a car. I used to work with cars.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
I used to work with cars or with a custom shop, and so they taught me so much about car building. And so I've learned a lot from watching them and also utilizing a lot of the technology today to build cars, like 3D scanning, which people are talking about all the time, designing, a lot of the things with engines and all the,
it's a background of knowledge. I mean, and we're, as you build your car too, you're going to be learning and stuff. But I know
I'm still learning.
You bring things to our conversations about cars. And I'm like, this is not on my mind. Ever, like day to day, if you guys don't know on YouTube, I review cars. And then I also drive and review modified cars and talk/interview the owners.
Yes.
So I do, we get a lot of the modified car stuff and we've done videos like that.
Yeah.
But then you're telling me about CAD and 3D scanning and how you're able now just to make all these...
A full car with just
custom parts.
Yeah, with 3D design. But I think, again, your perspective is pretty cool because how many cars have you driven?
We've put out, I used to have a business partner. I bought out my business partner about 5 years ago. We've now I put out on the channel about 800 videos. And most of those are driving videos. So I would say at least 700 cars on YouTube.
Insane. I was going to say 1,000 because before we became friends and before we started talking about cars, I used to live in the U.S. In case you don't know, we're in Canada right now. How dare you. I know. I used to live in the U.S. And so from like years ago, I feel like I had seen some of your videos in the past. And so, and we can talk about, again, of how we got connected. But you've been driving cars for way longer than I have. Like, I feel like I would say you were probably one of the OGs with like car reviews. And
I would say I was wave 2, if not wave 3 on YouTube. I'm definitely not like one of the original OGs.
I mean, you're up there though. Like I
put out the first video of me behind the wheel of a car driving, giving my thoughts in 2013, at the end of 2013.
Oh, okay.
So we were early, but not.
I feel like it was before that, but
no, we really didn't get started until 2015. That's when we got traction, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but you have essentially driven everything under the sun. You've driven quite a bit more cars than I have. I've driven quite a bit of cars because I had my automotive YouTube channel 2016, and so in that, but for frequency or how frequently you drive insane cars of everything from a 2,000 horsepower to a... Have you ever driven anything?
I've never driven anything.
Well, that just destroys everything that I just was trying to say. But no, my point is you've just driven a lot of stuff. Yeah. You have a lot more experience with reviewing everything under the sun than I even have. So I'm looking forward to... And I always love the perspectives that you bring with modifying cars and modified cars. And so looking forward to this.
No, I am too. I think, and for you guys listening and or watching this on YouTube, if you're just listening, we are on YouTube as well. I think it'll be good to give the audience a perspective too, because there's only so much you can pack in a YouTube video, and there's a lot of stuff where like if I have a press car, a new car I'm driving and reviewing, and then I'm around you, like I remember we had the Prelude and you were poking around that. So a lot of little things get brought up in conversation that you don't end up put in the review.
Video. Yeah, because the YouTube video is only like a certain, you talk for like 2 or 3 hours and you only put in like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
So so a lot of that you guys are essentially going to get here, which I'm looking forward to. And then we're also again going to be talking about new cars because new cars come out all the time and there's a lot of changes. We were literally talking about the new, what was it? The
AMG GT 4-door, the new one.
Gosh.
Disaster. We can jump off there. We can jump into because I was thinking about this on the way here. We could dedicate an entire episode or a segment to like our origin stories, and like you were saying how you got started driving and doing videos on cars, but I think that would be kind of boring for a first episode.
Yeah. I don't know. So like, what should we talk about? What should we start with? We
could start with the AMG GT 4-door. Let's do it.
So what are your thoughts on the brand new AMG GT 4-door EV?
Yeah. They call it, AMG's naming, it's not that confusing, but the 4-door coupe, I believe is what they call it.
Okay. And they have the EQS line, I think.
They've stopped selling the EQE and the EQS in North America for the time being.
Because it wasn't successful?
As far as I know, this was news that was a couple of months ago, months old. But as far as I'm aware, they've put a pause on it.
Why? I'm just curious, like, why did they, after seeing the failure that other EVs are having, like they had the AMG... the C-Class, the C63 AMG, that's a 4-cylinder hybrid or something. And after, I mean, it's not a full EV, but after seeing the sales disaster that has been, why would they then change something that was already working with the AMG GT 4-door?
4-door, yeah. Like, I also don't think the GT 4-door was selling all that well.
I guess not, no.
And they did just come out with the new AMG GT 63 coupe, not 4-door, the 2-door one, the proper one that's based on the SL platform.
Yeah.
And I've driven the GT 53 4-door
of the new one.
No, because they haven't. Yes, it's the newest one. But now that this newest one is coming out, it's dead, and this is replacing the gasoline powertrains.
So sad. Like that is.
I thought it was going to be alongside, that they would phase out and just kind of, we've seen manufacturers do this and run the
side by side and
for
then
a little while,
maybe silently phase out. And I feel like that would be a way to go because a lot of people now don't want to invest into EVs anymore. I feel like not back in the day, but a few years, everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're all going EV.
Yeah.
And people are like, after experiencing what they are like, people are essentially saying now, or the general populace is saying we don't necessarily need, like there should be EVs, but there should also be other different types of powertrain options available. So, for example, let's go with the Dodge EV, the Charger EV. They also did it in reverse too. I feel like they should have started gas powered and then like slowly phased in the EV and then maybe seen if that would even work as like a market research and then killed off the gas 100%. Later on. But they just fully stopped the Charger EV or stopped the full gas car, put the EV name on everything, and then they ended up coming up with the gas one afterwards. But I think the damage had already been done at that point.
Oh, it's absolutely done. To me, it's exactly what you're describing. You use the big V8 or even 6-cylinder gas one, you bring that out, then the enthusiasts spread the word because that's where it all bubbles up online, and then you bring in an EV that kind of fills the normies. Exactly. I know. That fills the gap where the normies are just buying a cool looking car.
Yes. And now they have killed the AMG GT63 4-door. That's a name in itself. It's a handful.
Well,
but what?
Oh, I was just going to say, there's another thing. You know how everybody got pissed off when Porsche started using turbo on their electric vehicles? Well, now Mercedes is using 63. But to be fair, they already used it on the 4-cylinder C-Class. So.
Yeah, and I mean, it was never really a 63, it was 62, but it is what it is. But still, the name thing, it's sad how the name has been watered down now, and it's no longer, AMG is not what it used to be, which is unfortunate, but that's the way of the future, I guess.
The way of the future. And it's been going on for a long time.
Yes, but can we just talk about the styling of that car?
Well, yeah, it's the first thing you see. What was your first reaction when you open your Instagram and you see the photos of that?
It's so ugly. Like, I'm like, why does that thing exist? Don't the people that designed it have eyes? Like, does that look good? What do you think?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't look good. I think, and I'll try and be as nice as possible. I'm not a designer, but subjectively, I can look at a car just like you can and have a very valid opinion on it. I think the overall shape of it, I don't think is bad. I think if you look at it from a profile, from certain angles, yes, it kind of looks like other cars, but the front of the car, the way they did the lights and the black bar across, it's terrible.
I like how you're trying to give it some plus points there. It looks absolutely horrible. Like, it doesn't. Yeah, I do like the roof, whatever, the streamlined look of it. It looks like a coupe out of the 4-door.
Yeah.
Everything else, the back looks so bad. The Mercedes, the individual, whatever, red lights or whatever.
Right. Yes.
Terrible. Like the brake lights. Like, I'm like, how does that look? It looks so tacky.
It looks. I'm trying to see
where you've.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm trying to see a vision of how they could change the taillights to make it look decent.
Just make it look like the old one. The old one looked good. What was wrong with the design of the old car?
The old one was okay. I didn't love it? I also didn't love the old one.
I thought it looked so sweet.
It looks good.
Nothing could beat the original, whatever, Mercedes AMG GT, or because that was where the thing, we're like, we need 4 doors for this, whatever. But the old one, I think, looks so much better than the new one.
Oh, it definitely looks way better.
Gosh, no. And then the launch car, maybe if they put it in black, it would have hidden some of the odd angles and lines. I would have chosen black to be the launch color, so you can't really see it. So I feel bad that I'm just like, but why?
No, but it is also tough because I try not to get swayed by Instagram comments. Because Instagram, from what I've seen, you guys probably see this, beyond overwhelmingly negative at times.
Yeah.
Even if a design is actually fairly good, especially when it's an EV.
True. Yeah, honestly, even if they had not said EV, even if they said this thing had a W16 engine or a V16 engine, it still doesn't look good. At least if you're making people try to buy an EV, at least make it look amazing. Like, you're like, oh my goodness, this looks amazing. I have to have this. But I don't feel like I have to have, like, I'm not getting that feeling at all.
No.
So I would just say the old car was just where it was at. They should have just left it. Even.
Yeah.
And like, tell me what you think about the old AMG GT versus the new one. Like, just the regular 2-door.
Oh, the 2-door. So I drove the GT63.
The new one.
The newest one.
Yeah.
Non-hybrid, because there's a GT63 plug-in hybrid with, I believe it's just over 1,000, or it's 900 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of power.
Yeah.
I don't quote me on the horsepower, but I drove the hybrid one, which is still 600 horsepower, 577, 600 horsepower. All-wheel drive, though.
Whoa.
You can't. They're all 4MATIC Plus. You can't get rear-wheel drive. Those cars look stunning. I think the redesign on the GT.
You think it looks better than the old one?
Absolutely.
I don't agree. But.
Really?
Yeah, the old one just looks so much more of an occasion. Maybe also because they're trying to copy the 911 formula, right? It has back seats or no?
You can spec back seats. Yeah, you don't have to.
Maybe
the one
that just ruined the proportions of it, but I've always just loved the original super long hood. You're almost sitting on the rear wheels, but now it's like it looks a little bit softer.
In shape, and especially the rear end, I agree. It does look a little bit softer.
But oh well.
The front end though, the front end, man. Oh,
I still prefer the old one. I'm just one of the old guys. I was like, back in my day, everything was awesome. But yeah, I'm just again like back to the EV car. Like I don't know what Mercedes was thinking, but I wish they had done something similar to. There was a concept that they showed a while back. Did you see the new Brabus design?
Yeah, the two-door.
Almost looked like the Mercedes concept. I'll a picture that's in my head. There was a concept they showed that was all black that looked insane. Like it almost. Do you remember like the Maybach Accelero? It's like a concept car from back in the day. Okay. And it almost kind of looked similar. I wish Mercedes had just stuck to that design, but because with it was almost like a boat tail. You remember that concept? Yeah. Was all black.
Was it the one that really tapered at the end?
Yes.
I think
Why didn't they just go with that? I mean, that was two-door, but still,
it's kind of
like they would have gone with a similar design with that. With this one, it just does not look good. So it looks like a BYD or something. It legit looks like a BYD.
It just the front end looks squished.
Yes.
You know? And I don't want to harp on it, but I think an initial reaction says a lot. And my initial reaction was,
it's rough, man.
That's rough.
I'm going to keep an open mind.
Absolutely.
Because again, some cars, we see them and then we think they look terrible on Instagram, but in real life, it looks better or it's going to grow on us. So I don't know how this is going to grow on me, but I'm keeping an open mind.
But notice, you guys, this entire time we're talking about this car, we haven't mentioned performance specs.
No.
We haven't mentioned practicality, price, any of the things. There's like this huge barrier that is design.
Yep.
That's
a very good point.
It's got 1,400 pound-feet of torque.
Oh, I didn't even know it had that much torque or power.
Well over it. It's like 1,100 and something horsepower in top 63 trim.
Yeah.
The thing is going to be
fast, but still
ridiculously fast.
I don't care.
Well, and that's a whole other
that's another thing we talk about, like power, but like the design is just the most important thing. You can make it have insane amount of power, but if the design is not great,
it's already a tough enough, like you're saying. Well, in the market, Taycan, Lucid Air, e-tron GT.
Oh, true. Yeah, there's a lot of competition.
Well, Tesla Model S is dead now, but
sad. All right.
The Taycan looks amazing. The Lucid Air looks amazing.
The
e-tron looks stunning.
Looks sick. Like
you've got to compete with those, and those aren't selling well.
No.
And I've driven a Taycan. It's an amazing vehicle as far as an EV goes. And I'm not against EVs. I don't think you are either. But when you replace a big twin turbo V8, people are gonna get mad.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how much it weighs though. Is it gonna weigh like the moon? Is it like the Hummer EV that weighs 9,000 pounds?
Oh man,
I'm gonna guess like 7,000 pounds.
I think it could be.
Maybe more. I don't know.
I would hope it's under 6.
Because you have to think of all the batteries and then all the luxury stuff that they're putting in, all the nice leather and all the technology. I'm gonna say 7,000. I might be wrong. It might be. I might be wrong, but we'll see. But not a fan. So
let us know what you guys think.
Yes, I'm sure people would agree with us, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, it's such a struggle to try and sell $250,000 EV
what is the price?
sedan.
Have they announced the price?
I don't think they have.
But I'm assuming it's gonna be like $250,000, maybe more.
It might undercut. It has to. I would guess undercut the Taycan. Trim for trim. Generally, Mercedes is a little bit.
But it looks bigger than the Taycan. Like it looks bigger. So I don't know. Yeah, because even the GT63 4-door, that is a big car. That's supposed to compete with the Panamera?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. I just don't feel they should have eliminated the engine, or someone.
So funny to hear you say that. In like 10 years ago, if you would have said like, I just don't think they should have eliminated the engine. Like, what? What are they?
I know. What are they talking about?
Talking about cars.
But yeah, again, like I just feel like Mercedes should have learned more. I feel like this is gonna turn into a Mercedes only podcast, but I wish they would have learned more from the previous like people, the EVs are not selling as much. Like I just heard I don't remember what story that I read, but it was maybe the CEO of Rimac talking about how the EVs, like no one wants an EV supercar or no one wants an EV. People want gas.
Well, because they all feel the same.
Mm-hmm. They all do. Yeah. Once you get in the Model S Plaid.
Yeah.
Like what else are you?
It's torque. It's the instantaneous torque.
That's all.
And the Ioniq 5N added the fake shifts, which has too.
That's a cool car, by the way. I like the 5N.
Very cool car.
But yeah, I heard they're not selling well too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't know how true it is, but I heard they're not selling. Because think about it.
Yeah.
It's a very niche market of like the enthusiast person that also kind of wants. Yeah, it's a very niche, the Iron 5N. I feel like we're just talking about EVs now.
we can move on. One last thing on the GT63. How much of this, I wonder, is they started the development of this maybe years ago.
True.
And it's just taken too long.
True.
And they're just way behind.
That's true. Because,
I don't know.
Yeah, because developers or car develop, it costs a lot of money and a lot of time to build a car, especially one that's going to be a ground up car too. So like they might be 3-4 years behind in the like catching up to production or launches and all of that, because they don't work like we think they do. We think whenever they're trying to make a change, they just go and just make it like that. And no, it takes years of development. So that makes sense what you're saying. But
we'll see.
If I was on the board of Mercedes, I'll be like, nah, maybe just chalk this up as just a loss and just put the gas engine in it, or just design it differently, or
read the room.
I don't know. Yeah,
read
literally
the room.
Yes.
Do we want to go full 180 and talk about our own cars?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah. So what you can start with yours.
Okay.
What are you building? We've talked about it's a Skyline.
Yep. It's a 1999 Nissan Skyline GTT. So that just means turbo. It's the GT,
Yes.
I guess Grand Touring Turbo. I don't know.
Twin or single?
Single.
Okay.
So GTRs are twin turbo, RB26 all-wheel drive. This is single turbo, 2.5 liter rear wheel drive.
Okay.
But still with rear steer.
Yes, Hicus.
Hicus.
Yeah.
Yep. Still works. But we did a manual swap finally. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing.
Yes. So talk about the manual swap. It's funny because there are so many steps in this, but we have been talking about this for, I would say, 2 years now at this point. And you're like, I'll manual swap it one day. But the funny part was when it finally came time to do it, you were like, oh yeah, it'll it's going to take like 2 or 3 days. It'll be fine. Like they could probably do it in a day. I was like, sure.
It didn't take that long.
I mean, but it was in the shop for like a week though, because things did not pan out like you thought they were going.
There were hiccups.
It's never that smooth.
It only took 2.5 days of work.
Yes.
About 2.5 days.
Yeah.
But I was in the shop for a week.
It always takes longer than you think it's going to be. We can dive into all those details, but walk us through the process of what type of transmission, how long it took you to get it, all that good stuff.
Okay, so Nissan still sells this transmission brand new. Mm-hmm. I went with an OEM 5-speed.
That's amazing that they still support it.
It's pretty cool. And they're not compared to the options, which, I mean, basically the other big option is a 350Z CD09, which you then have to get an adapter kit, and then you got the drive shaft situation is up in the air. You probably need a custom drive shaft. So I wanted to keep it as OEM as possible.
Help with resale value in the future, probably.
Potentially, yeah. And it's more of a known quantity. I had also heard that putting a CD in the R34 transmission tunnel required a little bit of massaging. People have said. And I'm like,
yes.
I don't want to. That's a rabbit hole, man. I don't necessarily need to go down. Even though I'm good friends with the guys at Fish Racing and they do make the kit for it.
That's extra work, and you're not leaving the car factory-ish, and so it just made more sense.
And the factory transmission can hold torque.
Oh, okay. What about power?
I mean, it should easily hold 500 horsepower, 500 pounds.
That's not bad, actually.
It probably will struggle over that.
Yeah, but you're not going.
If I had to
guess,
guess,
not planning on doing that.
Yeah, these are all like anecdotally. You hear, I'm sure you do too. You hear from people who've built cars, and you're like, "Wow, how much torque can this gearbox handle?" And then people give you all kinds of
numbers.
Like, it depends. It really depends.
Yeah. Okay. So you ordered it from Nissan directly?
Z1 Motorsports.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. They're down in Atlanta, Georgia, and they helped me out big time. It was not like, this was not a sponsorship thing. I was gonna do this either way. They did give me a deal, but it was absolutely not free. Which isn't a problem. I was gonna do this anyways. I just figured you guys would want to watch it.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Yes.
So they got me the transmission, and it was already in North America, which is a huge bonus. Then I got a spec clutch.
Okay.
I got their Stage 2 Plus kit.
And it's not too aggressive?
Once I get the, and we'll talk about it too, once I get the subframe bushings replaced and the diff bushings replaced, you can drive it, and then you can tell me. But it's fairly streetable. The engagement, it's a 6-puck.
Okay.
So the engagement is short. It's like a short travel.
Oh, that's good.
And it's a bit grabby, but you can still ride it if you need to.
Oh, okay.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
And the weight of the pedals, like OEM.
Yeah, it is OEM essentially almost.
Yeah.
So and then what about the whole experience with ordering you were telling me how smooth was the whole process with getting all the parts, because it's not just a transmission you have to get slave cylinder, all the master.
That stuff was a lot of the stuff you can get new as well.
Wow, okay.
You can get slave brand new, master brand new. You can get the pedals, the pedal assembly, the pedal brackets all brand new from Nissan.
What?
Most of the stuff.
That's so cool.
But then there are these little things that Nissan, in my journey of buying parts over the past couple of years, they've discontinued in that time. So if you want to do this, you have to like get on it.
Oh yeah, because they're probably gonna be
just
like
slowly
discontinuing more. That's cool though, because that car is what, like 20 years old now. And
99.
They still have new parts for it. That's wild.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
That's cool. Yeah, it's cool that they're supporting their classics division. Not that it's I guess it's a classic.
Dude,
right now.
We are
wild.
old.
We're
man.
old. Yeah.
It's definitely an old classic car. It has traction control. It has airbags, but it's an
Ancient,
old car.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, and then you remember Adam from AMG Machine Shop. He built that R34.5.
Oh, the body swap one.
So I got a lot of the donor car parts from that car.
Oh, sick.
The R34 coupe that he chopped up.
Yeah.
And yes, he did do that.
Yeah, he did. So and just to go again to the Adam thing, he had an R34 that he chopped up an R35, put an R34 on an R35 chassis.
Yes.
So cool.
So it looks everything from the outside. The inside is all R34. Yeah. Wait, no, the inside's R35.
R35, yes.
All the exteriors are
R34.
But it's a VR38 under the hood. And
drives great.
It's insane. And it's lighter.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
And it has a big old, I believe they're carbon ceramics on that one.
Yeah, that thing is sick.
Crazy car.
But yes, keep going.
Anyway, so I got the clutch pedal from that car. I got the brake pedal, got the drive shaft, master, slave. That was about it. And the only thing we did run into, everything went smoothly for the first little bit. Most everything, things came out relatively well. The transmission did fall off the transmission jack at one point.
Oh no.
Luckily no one's toes were broken.
That's good.
Which was good. But the drive shaft from that donor car ended up not being the correct spline for the transmission.
Disaster. How does that happen?
So that was like a crescendo of excitement.
Like,
the last piece.
Yeah, because I called you. We're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be done tomorrow.
Yeah, do you want to help come pick it up?
So we ran into a little.
Not even. That's like torque needs to go from here to here, and
there's
a ghost. We got nothing.
So how did you figure what ended up happening?
So I found a local drive shaft. What you can do is, the automatic drive shaft is different from the manual one. That's why you need a different drive shaft. So
is it the yoke or is it
Yes.
part?
Yeah, it's the yoke length and the splines are different. And you can't get non-turbo turbo. They have the beefier ones are for the turbos.
Oh, okay.
Obviously. So the front half of a manual R33 GTST, which effectively is the same engine, fits.
Oh.
The back half of my auto drive shaft.
Okay.
So I found one locally.
Sweet.
And slapped it right in.
Sick. Oh my. Was it a marketplace or just a friend of a friend or?
It was a friend who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, Jorge, who built all of those Fast and Furious cars. So one of his old R33s is basically, the long story short, is Martin, who built a lot of those cars. It was under his care. Wow. And the car's sitting in my yard and has been for the last 6 years for storage. Wow. So we're in the process of either Martin's going to build it and then bring it back to the family and they're going to sell it or something. Yeah. It's going to go back to the family, whatever. And I will, of course, replace
in the meantime
the drive shaft that I stole. And this is not like I just took the part off. Before he passed away, we had, because
talked
he did,
about it.
Yeah, I had already taken parts off it. He's like, yeah, let's go nuts.
Dang, that's sick.
But yeah, so that worked out. And it's running and driving, but it needs, like I mentioned, a bunch of bushings and stuff to make it actually drive.
So what's wrong? It's just like shaky.
It's got a clunk. A space in the torque that's where it's going to the wheels. Yes. So when you're coasting in second gear, 1500 RPM, and then you come slowly to a stop, and then the load gets taken off the diff, you can feel it kind of clunk.
I see.
You can imagine kind of what I'm describing.
I know. Yes, because I've had a car with bad, same thing, but it was the drive shaft bearing, like there's like a bearing sometimes that they ride in. Yeah. And that went bad, and yes, I know that clunk sounds, or I can imagine it. Yeah.
Maybe it's the bearing.
Yeah, it might be a bearing.
We didn't, because we obviously...
Or like a bushing, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a bushing that... Like a drive shaft carrier.
Yes, exactly.
The bushing,
We did not replace that.
Yeah, so I know that. I used to have a 1977 Toyota Celica that had a drive shaft, the bearing, no, not bearing, the bushing. Yeah. The carrier bushing broke, so you have to, it's pretty easy to do though.
Yeah, that's as far as...
You might have to burn it off, but maybe. I don't know how this one comes off, or maybe it just comes off normally. I don't know.
I mean, we just unbolted it. Off. But it's, like spins in its carrier,
yeah.
So...
Yeah.
I don't know how... Yeah, I wouldn't be too sad if we just had to go at it.
Yeah, no.
When we took the exhaust off, bolts snapped, like everything's rusted.
Oh well.
We have a long uphill battle, but step one was the manual swap.
That's done now.
And you drove it when it was the 4-speed auto slush box.
And it was like, come on, go into gear. And then in the middle of traffic, it stops, or like you're trying to get it going. It's so funny, like how or how I mean, sometimes it's like, whenever there's steps involved in driving the car, like the owner tells you, okay, before doing this, when you're starting it, do this and put the car into second gear and then start going. And then I'm like, okay, yeah.
There's a list of, you got to put Post-it notes all over the car.
And so, but it was fine. Like, I mean, once it gets going though, you could feel the power.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not super fast by anything, but it does have torque and it has power for what it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the difference once everything is sorted.
It'll be, I mean, it's huge already.
Oh yeah,
but it needs a few things sorted out.
Sweet.
But yeah, she'll be good.
Yeah, sweet. So that is now done.
Step one.
You're still daily driving the manual?
Yeah, when I don't have press cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm not driving cars to review.
Yeah. What is the frequency of that? Like you driving press cars versus...
It's about half and half.
Dang, that's
sometimes,
sick.
Especially in the summertime or in the fall when new models are coming out, that's when it gets busy. Sometimes I'll go 4, 5, 6 weeks without driving it.
Oh, okay.
When I'll have a bunch of press cars in a row. But now it's kind of lightened off, and I'm trying to curate what I'm driving more. I'm trying not to drive more
everything,
boring stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a daily in the summer for sure. Sick. What about your car?
So I have a few. Absolutely.
Also a Nissan, technically.
I need help.
Your main one.
Yeah. Need help. It's a Datsun. I really need help. So I have a few Jags, like a 1960 Jag Mark II, 1971 Jag XJ, then 1974 3 or something, XJS with the V12, but I was LS swapping that, but I put that on hold because other interesting things, like every car guy, there's things that always comes up.
Well, real life.
And I also decided to take apart my Datsun too. At this, I have problems. So I had it's a 1982 Datsun 280ZX. It was I essentially got it completely stock, changed the color, did a bunch of stuff to it. It had its meaty wheels, spray bombed it with $100 paint out of a paint can, and it's multiple colors essentially. And it is my taste has changed since then, so it's gonna be changing colors. Cool. But I did everything in the sketchiest way that I could. Terrible, but I'm changing everything. So essentially, I took the motor out, and it no longer has the L28, which is a very desirable engine. I sold that thing within like a few weeks of listing.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, so I'm going with LS. Because LSs are very easy to come by. They are cheap. They're reliable.
They sound good.
They have make a lot of power.
Power transmission options.
Oh yeah,
plentiful.
It's and they
aftermarket.
And one of my problems with the car was I would try to get, because I drove that thing everywhere. I drove that thing from California to Kentucky and back, drove it to Canada. So I drove that thing for maybe like 60 or 70,000 miles, maybe more.
Wow.
And the problem was getting parts. It's hard to find anything. And we're in the middle of nowhere. It was in like North Dakota, close to the heads of those guys, the president.
Oh yeah, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and the car just lost a bearing, for example, or the wheel bearing essentially failed. And I had already like spare bearings, but it was more than just a bearing, because the whole hub, it had worn through. It had essentially destroyed the whole hub.
And this wasn't one of those slow bearing failures where you heard it?
No, it almost fell off. It's fine. It was bad, but the thing was, trying to get parts for that was, you have to go to a guy that might have known a guy that had it back in 1982 or something. Yeah. And so eventually, after when I towed it here, I ended up finding a part after like a month of looking, and it was expensive, and you paid the tax because they're desirable now. Yeah. And so I got tired of dealing with that, and so now I'm removing everything Datsun about the Datsun. The only thing that's going to be Datsun about it is going to be the
shell.
The shell.
What about the interior?
That's all coming out.
Really?
Yeah. So essentially, I'm removing everything, cutting off. I'm making a whole new chassis for it. Yeah. New floors, new everything. The only thing, and a new body essentially, because I got into CAD design.
Oh yeah. What am I talking? Yeah. Yeah. I knew about the exterior, but I figure if you're already using that tech, it would make sense to do everything. At least an updated interior.
Yeah, because the interior is nice, but based on everything that I'm doing, it just made more sense to. I'm doing a body drop on it. It's essentially getting Corvette Z06 suspension
from someone we know. Yes, which is a funny story. But
yeah. So Corvette Z06 suspension. It's completely going into that. I already bought all the suspension components from a Corvette. I think a car caught fire or something.
Yeah, this is who I talked to Dave actually this morning.
Oh, no way!
We're shooting his C5 Z06 next week.
What the heck?
But his yellow C6 Z06. One of our early videos.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
That's the same car?
Yeah.
I remember watching that video. That's the same car. I'm just finding out now. That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
What? Yeah.
So apparently the motor still is living. Oh, okay. But anyway, the car caught fire. I forget how it happened. But
but now, so essentially I got the motor. I got the all the suspension components from the car. I actually 3D scanned the car. Cool. Yeah, and it didn't look that bad. So the suspension was all fine. Mm-hmm. And so I'm putting all that in my Datsun. But I was like, while I'm in there, might as well change the body up a little bit. I know. It's just, and so essentially building a whole new body from almost scratch. The only thing that's going to be stock on the car is the roof.
Structural stuff.
Yeah.
The A-pillars. Yeah. C-pillar, I guess.
No, I don't even think. No, I think the C-pillars are changing.
So glass. You need new glass then?
I think so.
How are you going to do that? Are there people that do that? I mean, I know there are people that make custom glass, but
but I'm probably gonna use maybe Lexan or something, or I'm just gonna. So, but
you have a daily.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted to daily it at some point, but I'm like, nah, that's not happening. So I'm doing all of that stuff, and I had a lot of inspiration from like Porsches, the 935, and a few other things. So maybe, I don't know if I've shown a picture of it yet. Maybe I will. So I'm going to be doing that to the car, but I just haven't had time. So I took the motor out, put the thing on jack stands. I built a custom frame table for it, built a jig fixture essentially, so you don't want everything moving around when you're making all these changes to the car, cutting it up and all of that. So I built a chassis table for it to leave everything.
So that's basically, is that you're bolting specific parts of the car, structural components of the car to this jig?
Yes, table, so it doesn't move. Parts I think are not going to move, like the actual chassis of the car.
Of course, yeah.
So like I used like the pinch welds to kind of weld those to the table. I did the back side of it too. But I think I'm gonna cut off all of those anyway, so it's still changing.
Yeah.
But essentially, you want to have, and you want to also have a way to read the car. So if you're doing measurements, it's called a datum, essentially, and it's like a point that you're like, this is 0.0. So all your measurements come from that. So you can use that to then transfer to CAD. And then when you're like doing all your calculations, because you're building a chassis for ride height and all these things, it all comes into play.
It's like an anchor.
Yes, essentially.
That's basically what you're describing.
So yeah, that's like, it's it's fascinating because I love anything. Yeah, and watching some guys like you might not know him, Morgan Clark Designs. He does a lot of stuff with like a pre-runner, luxury pre-runners, or RJ Fabrication, also pre-runner. Like I follow all of these guys, and so I want to do something. I think RJ Fab or RJ Fabrication, he's doing something similar to a Datsun 510, and he's doing. I think he did it with the Subaru. So like Subaru, boxer motor, all of that stuff. But like it's a full tube chassis.
Wow.
Essentially, yeah, he builds like pre-runner, trophy truck type things.
But not for pre-running this 510?
No, just for his
street.
Fun. Yeah. But he built everything. It's insane. Those are some of my inspirations.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
And then, so essentially building everything from scratch. And so, yeah, but I don't want to, previous me would have just sent it. Would have just been like, just cut it up and figure things out later. But now that we have things like CAD where you can, and 3D scanning, you can scan the whole car, put it in CAD, design everything.
Yeah.
And then I also learned, and I didn't know how to use any of these things, but I just learned from YouTube and then Blender, same thing. I feel like it's gonna turn into a whole CAD thing, but essentially design the body in Blender, but I don't want to just design it in Blender because Blender is poly modeling software. It's not a CAD base, so it's not mathematical. It's gonna be too complicated.
You were describing this to me.
I apologize to everybody that tuned off at this point in time.
No, I think it's fascinating.
But
I think if what you're basically also describing is you can eliminate so much guesswork.
Yes.
And you can, correct me if I'm wrong, fairly certainly, if not 100% certain, with 100% certainty, guarantee that a part is going to fit.
Oh yeah,
before you even
within millimeters. Yeah, it's pretty sick. And so yes,
no, I was just gonna say so you have the subframes.
Yes.
And so have you figured out where they're gonna bolt and how that geometry? Like, is the wheelbase gonna be Datsun wheelbase or Corvette?
It was a Datsun wheelbase.
Okay.
But I was like, while you're in there, you might as well change things up. So, and with my inspiration being like the Porsche 935s and all of these, I was like, I'm just going to stretch it a little bit.
Cool, yeah.
So it is definitely in the back, it's stretched. I think when I measured it, it's very similar to a modern Porsche 911. It's almost, it's very similar wheelbase. But of course, it's skinnier, but it's going to be wider because Corvette Z06. It's going to have like 335 tires in the back, maybe.
C6 Z06s, one of the best bargain performance buys right now.
Yes.
Not only for the LS7, but also the suspension and everything.
Yes,
I mean, I haven't driven one on track, but driving one hard on the street, so much grip. The rear end it doesn't just snap out on you.
Yes, that's what I thought. It's so planted. And I drove one with like 700 horsepower. And whenever it was one of the, I think it was called like a carbon edition. Mm-hmm. It's such an interesting car because you would expect it to lose I mean, it does sort of lose traction, but it's very balanced. Like I was sending this thing and you can feel the wheels are like the slip, but it was just straight. I was like, oh shoot, this is amazing. But also that's kind of because of the weight distribution with the C6. Is the transmission. The transaxle is in the back.
Yeah.
Or is in the transmission. Yeah, it's a transaxle.
Huge.
And then the motor is kind of front mid-ish. So it gives it amazing weight distribution. The battery's in the back.
Okay. Yeah.
So it gives it good weight distribution.
That's. Do you remember where you got that idea from? The whole just grabbing those Corvette subframes?
No, I just wanted to do something that was, because I know Corvettes drive great. Like I've loved every Corvette that I've driven. And I was like, might as well put it in. It is harder than a normal. It's not just a bolt-in affair though, which is very interesting because you need the pickup points from the C6. They are on the Corvette itself. So it's not like a full IRS, like an independent rear or an IFS, or because the where the control arms and the shocks mount, they are located on the Corvette themselves. So you need those points.
Yes, you have to replicate those on the Datsun
from scratch.
And the Z06 C6 is leaf spring still.
It's still leaf springs, yes. Yeah. I was thinking of using leaf springs, but I'm probably just gonna go with shocks.
Yeah.
It's easy to switch.
Yeah.
Those are my projects. I'm
nice,
still working,
dude.
and I'm just learning. There's still so much that I'm still learning, but I also have to try to keep refreshing it because I forget sometimes. Like learning Blender, and I learn it for a month. I design something and then go on to it's a CAD software called Plasticity, because it's kind of better for design than it is with like Fusion. Shout out to Fusion. This is their logo. But I love
you
Autodesk
brought a
Fusion.
sponsorship
know, right?
without telling me.
No, they give this to me.
No,
but
that's
yeah,
cool.
so Plasticity it's like the CAD version. It's like the design. It's for designers, but it's CAD.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm learning Plasticity and going back and forth with Blender. It's too much. I don't have time to do it anymore though, which is unfortunate. So it's been sitting for a few months because business. I'm a business owner,
and you've got
like
kids,
you,
dude,
and got kids, and so work has picked up, and it's really busy, which is good because it gives me hopefully more money to do
freedom.
car things. Yeah, and freedom, and more money to buy cars. I'd probably say, more money to send my kids to school and all the car parts.
That's so funny.
So
that's gonna be exciting, man. I think as much as I love those old L series engines, the L28. I drove a Hakoska first generation in California the end of last year.
Oh, what was it like?
Unbelievable. And it was already swapped when he brought it in L28? From Japan. 3-liter. It was I believe it was bored out. Ooh. A bored out L28 3-liter. Mikuni carbs. Oh, dude. No, this was like a once in a lifetime drive.
Those motors sound so good.
It sounded so good.
Oh, but I'm jealous.
Just to say, like, having experienced the peak of what I've experienced of like an L series engine is so good, but they are finicky. You can't get too much power out of them unless you do, a big bored engine. And this one made good power, but
and they're expensive. Like when you start adding the amount of money that you're gonna spend on that motor, on like the L28 versus just buying an LS that'll make a lot more of the horsepower. I admit you are losing a little bit in sound because I think the L28 sounds better than an LS when it's built or like whenever you've done I forgot the person that does, oh my gosh, Rebello Racing. They do a lot of good like stuff with Datsun motors and all that. But by the time you spend all that money versus an LS and the power reliability parts are available, I'm like,
This is why the LS swap has become the logical brain of all these car guys. Are like, I just want to drive my car. I just want it to work. I want good torque, and I want, if you're doing a long road trip, like you're saying, stop in at Napa or O'Reilly, whatever, and just grab parts.
Parts are anywhere. Parts. So we can make that its own episode too, I'm sure.
100%.
But
100%.
So that's my Datsun story. Man. So now I don't have time to work on it, so I'm looking to buy something else that might be fun
to just drive and have
to just drive in the meantime while I'm waiting or working on that, because that was going to be like the summer car, but now it's changed and it's probably not going to be ready in like a year or something. But so now I'm trying to maybe look for a Corvette or something. I don't know. You guys or whoever's watching this can give me recommendations, but
you can DM us at Seat Time Podcast on Instagram.
Yes. So I'm just trying to find something that has good power, rear-wheel drive, potentially, manual, and that sounds amazing. And
that criteria, there's such a long list of cars.
Not a 4-door. I don't want any 4-doors. It has to be 2-door.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to find something.
That explains how I got into my car. Dude, I could have bought a manual. I could have bought for my budget at the time, which was 6 years ago, a 4-door turbo manual.
Oh,
but
okay.
the coupes command a higher premium.
Yes.
And the manuals command a higher premium. But yeah, I'm like you. Coupe.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I know. I'm not a 4-door guy. Like, like, sure, I love M3s and all of that, but I don't think I could have an M3, like 4-door.
What about? Oh no, there's an exception to that.
What?
E36 M3 4-door. That is a cool car. I would have one of those in a heartbeat. Because the E36 M3 already doesn't really look like anything much over a standard 3 Series.
Yeah.
At least not as much as, a new G80 or something. And the 4-door is just even more under the radar.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess E90 M3 is
a 4-door.
sick.
I would rather have a 4-door E90.
Yeah,
I'd rather have an E90
sure,
than
let's
an
go
E92.
there. Sure, okay. That's maybe one of the only 4-doors I would get if I was to get a 4-door. That's manual and you have the V8 and I love the E90. But that's another podcast. But
if you guys haven't seen our E92 versus V10 M5 video, go watch it.
Yes. Jake's cars are so sick. I love those things. One day.
Yeah, he's got good taste.
Yeah.
What's our runtime right now?
We are at 56 minutes.
Okay, all right. We can go for a few more minutes.
Yeah. So what else is on our docket to talk about?
Well, next week I'm driving an E53 AMG wagon. Which it's a little bit of a teaser. So we'll go for a drive and then we can talk about it.
Oh, that'll be sweet. Oh, I love those wagons. Like,
they're great.
I love the even if it's not a 63, but still, like,
yeah.
What are those for base MSRP?
Really putting me on the spot here. About 75 Canadian for an E53. Expensive. You can get like the lower tier non-AMG.
Because you can't get the 63 anymore, right?
No.
Dang, that's so sad.
No, but this is it slots itself in between, and we can talk about it more
we'll talk about it next week. Yeah.
But it's an inline 6.
Okay.
Plug-in hybrid, so it's not it's not
plug-in
like
hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's heavy. It's heavy.
Oh gosh.
But it's a wagon.
It is a wagon.
The
which
ups
is
and
sick.
downs.
I love wagons. I have a wagon. So
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so based on what other cars are being offered, again, we're going to go back to the GT63 4-door EV or whatever it's called now.
Yep.
Based on its competitors, what would you have? Because in that competitor range, you have the Taycan.
Yep.
What else?
Lucid Air.
E-tron
GT. And if you get a 2025, the
Tesla Model S too.
Plaid, yeah.
Yeah, but which one would you take?
The e-tron looks the best.
Oh, the e-tron is one of the most beautiful cars, I would say, in the last few years. It looks so good.
It looks so good. There's one actually right below us in the underground.
So good.
Yeah, I think e-tron. The only ones I've driven. Well, actually, no, I've driven all of them except for an e-tron GT. I've driven a Plaid.
Okay.
I've driven a Taycan, but not the newest with the crazy trick hydraulic suspension. And then I've driven a Lucid Air Grand Touring, which is a step below the Sapphire. And I love how the Air drives.
Really?
The suspension, just everything, the power. It takes a little bit to get used to the infotainment and everything. And that's what I think if I drove the e-tron GT would keep me from that. Because from what I've seen, the infotainment isn't quite as user-friendly and easy to use.
I see.
As the Taycan, but then again, now I'm thinking about a Tesla Model S Plaid. I don't want to use that. Anytime I get into a Tesla, I'm just like, I know there's a learning curve, and I would get used to it if I owned the car, but I would have to go e-tron.
Really?
What about you?
I would go e-tron. E-tron or the Porsche, the Taycan, because I mean they're technically the same car, but yeah, right, same car.
Yeah.
It's the same platform, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one, that or the Porsche. I think the e-tron looks better than the Porsche, but
I do too. I think the Taycan looks great, and Taycan Cross Turismo is like the wagon.
Oh, yo, actually, I changed my mind. I'm taking the Taycan wagon. Yes.
If they made the e-tron GT in a wagon,
oh my gosh,
their designers could pull off because they have the RS6 and now the RS5.
That would be the holy grail. I am waiting for the e-tron wagons or even the Porsche the Cross Turismo, or what's the what is the gas powered version? The Panamera Sport Turismo.
Yeah, Sport Turismo. Yeah.
I'm waiting for those to drop in price so I can buy it. If it gets to like 20K, yo, they're still expensive.
I mean, how far back you want to? Early Panameras are dirt cheap.
Yeah, but they don't look very good.
No, the first gen Panamera does not look good.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I just can't get over I'm a huge looks person. I'm sure most people.
Of course.
I don't know if I would look back at it and be like, dang, that's sick. First gen Panamera.
Yeah, no.
Second gen a little bit better. It's like nicer.
It looks
better. But the Cross Turismo or Sport Turismo, whatever, the wagons.
Yeah.
Those are so sick.
We need to get you in a Lucid. Have you been around a Lucid at all?
I've seen them. They look pretty cool.
They look pretty cool.
And I've heard amazing things about them from other guys like Camisa, Jason Camisa.
And he's driven the Sapphire.
I've heard that is mind-bogglingly fast, and the suspension and all that good stuff about it.
Tri-motor.
Yeah, that's insane. I can't imagine that amount of power. I've done the Plaid, but I've not done like a Lucid. I don't know what the difference is with power response. And
I mean, you've been in a Plaid doing like a launch.
Insane. It makes you almost sick.
No, it is insane. I mean, we talked earlier a little bit about, speed and power is definitely not everything nowadays. But yeah, you get to a certain point and you're like, I really just don't need. When am I going to use this?
No, like literally
this power.
Oh my gosh.
But I would say even just having driven the Grand Touring, the Lucid Air Grand Touring, and the Plaid is noticeably quicker, but it's not that big of a jump.
No, especially when you're dealing with it just becomes, we've talked about it. That's you're
just gone.
Yeah. So I'm like, sure, it might be faster, but I'm curious about material quality, how silent it feels, suspension compliance, all of that stuff versus the Lucid. What were you thinking? What did you think about that versus a Model S?
I enjoyed the Lucid better. I had more seat time in the Lucid. Seat time.
Hey.
I had that Lucid. It gave me the car for 48 hours, which was enough.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Enough to live with it.
Yeah,
more than just a first impression. I mean, the thing rode like amazing.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't quite S-Class levels of air suspension compliance. It wasn't to that level. Super comfortable, planted, and it just, the main characteristic, the Plaid does this too, but it just hides the weight. Those cars, they've put enough into the engineering and how it transfers the torque.
Yes.
And the Sapphire, obviously, tri-motor takes it to a new level. But, I mean, the Sapphire was just everything not the Sapphire. The Grand Touring was just everything you need a car to be.
That's so awesome.
It's like quiet, comfortable, but then you can just push it.
Yeah, send it. Oh, that's cool.
We did it. Sam and I on the freeway, allegedly, we were doing 100 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
And I'm like, just hold on. And I just stabbed it and got to the next number. The next 100.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, it feels like just a couple of seconds and you're back off. No drama.
Wow.
No noise.
Wow.
No. I mean, the Plaids, you experienced that. It's just
it's too much.
It's ridiculous.
Like, it's too much. I'm at the point where no, this is another podcast. I'm not gonna start talking. I was trying to think about talking about power of like what is considered the peak number before it gets like pointless.
Oh, I have it. Well, it depends on the application.
We'll talk about it. Save it for another episode.
Let's save it for another episode. Let's save it. Thank you guys. For listening. You can follow Elvis on his stuff, Golden Drive. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't put a video out in God knows how long.
Well, Instagram is a place to start.
Yes, I know. I won't put a content out, but I will start at some point. I need to get an editor or something because I don't have time. So, but yes, and then follow Marcus at Roads Untraveled.
Yep.
On the YouTubes, on the Instagrams, and
all that stuff. We'll be back. What do you think? Once a week we could do this?
Yeah, we can do it once a week.
We'll get a head start, but we'll do once a week.
Sweet. Sounds good.
All right. See you guys next time.
Bye.